AutoCAD tutorial. If this is the first time of you joining this my lesson, I highly welcome you. This is a platform where I created for the AutoCAD newbies. This is practically for those who want to get an AutoCAD knowledge. Well, let's start immediately. If you launch or if you boot your laptop, you are going to see the AutoCAD icon after installing it. If you are having challenges in installing it, reach out to me. I will guide you on how to install any version and also how to activate or license the software. I say any version starting from 2027, starting from 2007 to 2026 version. Any one that you can lay your hands on is very, very good. I recommend 2014, 2021, and they are the same, but these two are actually the version that I've used very well, and they have not been any issue by using them. So other versions are still okay, but this particular two version is the ones I've used over and over, and I'm okay with them. But what I will let you know is AutoCAD generally they are the same. Forget the updates on the newer version, just some changes, adding some command, and changing some interface, but they are all the same. If you know how to use AutoCAD 2018, you can also use AutoCAD 2027. Likewise, AutoCAD 2007. So it all depends on your choice. So get the software installed and let's move. Now from the desktop, as you can see, this is the AutoCAD version 2021. And if I feel like I want to click it, well, I believe most of you have gone through your computer training where you appreciate the computer on the package that we call computer appreciation. So you can see I have my desktop display icon. I can double click or I can right click and have option to open. And once I click the open, it's going to bring out this AutoCAD interface. This is the landing page, the first page that you're going to see whenever you open your AutoCAD. So what you're going to see if you've not worked on any file before is an interface like this without this recent document. This recent document shows the recent file or the recent DWG document that I've worked on. So this one is just your previous document that you've opened before is what is going to show you. So I'm not really interested in the recent document, because if you're a novice or if that is the first time of you opening AutoCAD, you will definitely going to see no recent document. You will see get started, open file, open a sheet, get more template online, explore sample drawing, and so on. Now on my left hand side where I have my start and the other backup file, this is file that maybe it was open and either my computer shut down as a result of a light or power shortage. So the AutoCAD automatically backed it up for me so that I will not lose my file. I can always go back there, click any of them, and retrieve it if I feel like. So you can see once you click there to show you the preview of the file down here, and this is the backup. So the last command is secure. Okay, so let's now go into the backup file, because I believe if you're starting you'll not see any backup file. Okay, so as you can see, this start drawing is where you're going to click. Let's click on the start drawing button. Let me close the backup file because you're not going to see it on your own. So once you click the start drawing, you are going to have a display. By default, AutoCAD will give you 3 sheets. Number 1 is a model sheet. We have layout 1, we have layout 2. Do you understand? So with time I will give you guys the differences and how they are related. Okay, now before we commence anything, let me make some intro to the ribbons on the panel. As you can see, this panel is a draw panel. Draw panel contains other tools like line tools, polyline, circle. Even circle have sub type of circle, have 2-point circle, 3-point turn, radius, and when you want to look for your turn, when you want to look for the diameter, when you want to look for radius, we have all those circles that will give you such shape. Okay, now we move again to arc. We have 3-point arc that we start from the beginning, click at the center and the end. We have start center angle, we have start center length, we have start end angle. So variety of your arc type is also stated down here. Okay, and all these are under draw panel. If you go down, you can see other tools, construction line, you can see your spling CV, see spling feet. All these are tools for your AutoCAD drafting. With time, we are going to really deep into it to know their function and how to use them. Okay, now the next panel is annotation panel. This annotation panel is just like a panel for your formatting. You want to format your drafting, like you want to give it text, label it, give dimension, give heading, create table, linear dimension, multi-line text, and so on. You change your text type and the alignment and other things. So you see them in annotation tab. So we now go again to modify tab. Has its own role. Is where you can see some hand-on tools that you need along your drafting process. Like you want to move, you want to cut, you want to trim, you want to mirror, you want to stretch something, you want to trim and do fillet, other things, extend line, truncate line, and so on. So we are going to see all of them here. So we move again to layout panel is more of the layout property. You're going to see the layout property, the makeup of those property, how to break the proper to break the layers, how to create layers, how to break the layers, and so on. So when we continue our work, we'll see how we go about with all those layers. Now we go to block is also very similar to layer. It's where you create a block file, you create file, you group it. You can't tamper with any part of it except you break all of them into pieces again. So that is a block file. With time we go deeply into it. So we have property file it shows the attribute of any tools or any object selected. If you create line, you see the property of the line here. If you create circle, you're going to see the property of the circle. Now under the property we have the line weight, we have the line type, we have color and other properties. So by the time we move further, we are going to learn more about it. Now you come here, we have group from the name as a signify, where you can group, ungroup, and just like a group panel, like a group manager that will control your grouping. We have utility panel, like where you can make use of utility tools like your measurement, your identification point, your point style, and other things. We have a clipboard, as the name implies. You can copy from external source into AutoCAD, or you can copy from AutoCAD related software into AutoCAD. You can paste as block, paste as hyperlink, as a link shared by online. You can paste as paste to the original coordinate. There's also paste special for those that is familiar with Microsoft Word. So I know they are familiar with paste special. Okay, so another one is view. This view is actually to give you the orientation of your work. You understand? To give you the view of your work orientation. Okay, so I think with time we are going to use all these and we get more understanding on them. So from here, whenever you open an AutoCAD page, it's just like you draw a line without no dimension. It's dimensionless line. So as you can see, this AutoCAD page, it has dimension by default. You understand? Now from our construction, especially in engineering work, architectural work, the basic paper size we use on a daily basis is A3 420 by 297, which is our landscape, and 297 by 420, which is a portrait. So the paper size you use is very important. It's what you are going to first of all identify. So now let's move faster. So as you can see, by the time I launch this AutoCAD, sorry, let me finish up with what I just saw. Now as you can see, this control view, this is actually when we are dealing with our 3D. When we model in AutoCAD can actually model, but me I prefer using Revit because Revit is an advanced Autodesk for 3D modeling. Though you can use Revit for drafting also. AutoCAD can do those drafting and also detailing. So AutoCAD is like the mother that gives birth to other families of Autodesk, which is Revit. We have a Autodesk structural robot. We have other ones I may not be able to mention right now. Now this is typically to control the 3D view of your Autodesk 3D modeling. Okay, now this is a draw, environment. As you can see, when we open an AutoCAD, or if you open any AutoCAD page, you're going to see this X and Y. This X and Y means it's a 2D, drawing. What you're going to do is a two-dimensional concept. It's not 3D. So if you have X, Y, Z, that's when we'll be dealing with three-dimensional concept. But this is just a 2D. 2D is showing you the object using a vertical and horizontal line. So let me start. We have three sheets whenever we open AutoCAD. Three sheets. We have the model, we have the layout one, we have the layout two. As you can see, if you click the layout one, the layout one has a printable environment. Likewise, layout 2, you can go as small as to add layout. You can add other layouts. So I can decide to rename layout. For example, maybe I have different clients. I can rename my layout, and let's just say client 1. So this shows that I have 3 clients or 4. I can say client 1, come again, say client 2, come again, say client 3. So you can rename according to your choice. You can put model 1, drawing 1, drawing 2, drawing 3. So on even my model, I can also rename it if I feel like I want to do so. Now there's no big difference between the layout and the model. Okay, now let me show you the first thing you're going to do. When you open a fresh page, what you're going to do is to set up the page. Now AutoCAD has a variety of setting or initiating command. You can go direct by clicking on the button or by using a shortcut. Okay, since I'm on this page, which is the model, I can go to the button, right click, and I will see page setup. Now on my page setup, I will click modify. Okay, before I click modify, the default page setup that was selected by the AutoCAD is a landscape 8.5 by 11 inches. So when we go to our modify panel, we'll know the paper size for this, the paper type for this paper size here. So let's click modify. So when you click modify, another setup model will appear. This is a page setup a model. It is the first model, understand, that we have. So, okay, so what you're going to do is you first of all come to this plotter or printers. This is the subheading of this particular form, unit. Click here. This is where you can select the printer. If you have a printer attached to your computer, you can select the name of the printer. So you can see this Abscom 1 is the name of the printer that I'm using. So if you don't have a printer, that means whenever you finish your sketching or your drafting or your design, you are going to convert it to PDF. That means you are going to click drawing to PDF. PC3 will select it. You can also convert your drawing to picture and other formats. So it's left for you, but personally for me, and the more consumable way of generating the output of our design these days is through PDF. So I suggest and I prefer we use PDF. All true. So I select PDF. I think I'm done on this plotter form where I have the name, the plotter. I'm plotting from my drawing to PDF. So I come here, paper size. I click on it, scroll. I see other paper size. You know, the paper size we use in this our content is ISO. It ranges from A0 up to A5, A6. So, but generally A3 is the most available paper size in Nigeria construction. So we pick this also A3 420 by 297. I pick it. So the next thing I'm going to do is, if I want to plot, how am I plotting? What is the plot? I click here, put window. Let me use backspace. So now this place is mostly when you want to convert your drawing to PDF or when you want to print directly to your connected printer. So let's just leave that for now. We come here, center the plot. This is our plot showing on this black environment. If you click, is to center the plot. Now fit to paper, you uncheck it because the scale is 1:25.57. So you now change it to your own to the scale that you are using. For here, let me choose 1:100. You understand? So from here, okay, like here, plot style is, do you want to plot it colored, or you want to plot it, let's just say, let it be gray, gray. Monochrome. Monochrome means everything will be black and white, except from there we go down to the plot option. All this is plot the object line weight, floor width, blah blah blah. This is just like you should plot your line or your design exactly the way it is. When you finish, by default, when you select your paper size, it chooses the orientation. So here our drawing orientation is landscape. So when you finish, you click OK. What again? Still click OK. Now this our page has been set up automatically. You understand? So let's go back to layout one that will rename client one and do the same. We right click and go to page setup manager. Oh, you may not use the button. You can just type page, just type page using your keyboard. It will give you option. This page setup, the first one. I click OK. You see, brings me to the page setup manager where I can do my changes. I click modify. From what I showed you earlier, drawing to PDF is still there, ISO 83 is still there. So this is just the recent action that I performed. So all are still there with the scale. So when I finish, I say OK. That is trying to show you how to do that. So on this my client one, by default we have another scale that is not what we are using. I right click, come to page setup manager, go to modify, click on this first, select WG to PDF, select A3 landscape. What again? Go and change the scale. 1:100. Do you have any other thing to do? No. So when we finish, we say OK, and we close. One thing you need to notice is once I finish setting, the graph line disappears and it brings a plain printable page. Let me use client 2 to explain more. I click client 2, right click, come to my page setup, go to modify, change it to from drawing to PDF, select the paper size A3. What again? Select the scale, 1:100. So when I finish, I say OK. So this is a full web page setup for any version of AutoCAD. I'm using 2021, so it is left for you to choose your desired version, but most especially consider the system that you are using, because this is the fundamental consideration that you are going to observe before going for any of these. So that is how to set up AutoCAD page. See you on the next lesson, and make sure you ask any question where you are confused. Thank you.